Hi, I'm Chelsea Vale from thatgirlwithwholeheart.com. I teach a lot of parenting workshops, and in all of my workshops, I always tell parents, try not to tackle too many things at once. There are always things in my classes that you can implement right away, but when it comes to tackling a child's behavior that you'd like to change, decrease, or perhaps drop the behavior altogether, focus on just one thing at a time. My son, Cannon, has been having a really hard time at dinner. He always starts dinner by sitting in his seat and eating a couple of bites is usually all it lasts until he's up on top of the table or throwing food or smashing his face in his food and things like that. When he was a baby, I thought it was funny, but now that he's 2, it is a behavior that needs to change. Otherwise, it's obviously going to happen at friends' houses and at restaurants and everything like that. And so it's something that I am passionate about changing. And so tonight, I tried a little enforceable statement, which is a statement that you can follow up on. So that statement would say, I'll read you a story in just a minute, baby. It would be something that you can follow through on. So I looked at him and I said, I allow dinner for those that are in their seats. And then he kept screaming and he smashed his food and he got up on the table and he looked at me like he knew that he was doing something wrong. And I repeated it. I said, I allow dinner for those that are in their seats. And then I very calmly picked up his tray and I put it on top of the coffee pot where he couldn't reach it. Now everyone always asks me, okay, did that work? And I said, well, of course it didn't work. He pitched a huge fit. He threw himself on the floor. He screamed, he yelled, he pounded his fist and his feet. And I sat there with my other son and we continued with our meal. And I let my son Cannon throw a huge tantrum. And then when he was ready, he stood up and sat in his chair. And I said, oh, you're in your chair. I said, I give dinner to those that are in their seats. And so I went into the kitchen. I grabbed his placemat. I sat it down there in front of them. And I said, I hope you enjoy your dinner. And he did. He sat there most of the time. When he started making a big mess again, I said, uh-oh. I said, I allow dinner for those that are in their seats. And he corrected himself. And that's ultimately what we want, is for our kids to correct themselves. Enforceable statements can be used a lot of different ways, a lot of different behaviors, but really think through what might my child do, how might they respond, and keep in mind that a parenting behavior is effective even if your child doesn't necessarily straighten up and say, oh, thanks, Mom, that was a really fantastic parenting technique you just used on me. A lot of times they're going to be upset. But the goal of parenting techniques is not necessarily to work right away or work without a tantrum. It's really about guiding the children towards good decisions, responsible decisions, while preserving the relationship and respecting the child as an individual. So I wish you luck with enforceable statements. There should be more examples on my website or on my blog, thatgirlwithwholeheart.com. Check me out on YouTube under Whole Heart or Chelsea Vale. You can find all my videos there. And you can also join me on joinwholeheart.com. If you'd like to see some of my parenting or baby gear blogs, and all my videos and everything are on there as well. Joinwholeheart.com. Thank you.